Well, good morning, y'all. We're gonna have breakfast. I think I can make breakfast every day and y'all watch. So I decided I would do breakfast this morning. And we are going to make some biscuits. I gotta get out my biscuit pan. Buttermilk, self-rising flour, and Crisco. I'm not using the biscuit mix today. So you use 2 cups of flour. I may add a little more because you think I should? No? I might add another half cup. You usually use about a quarter cup of shortening and that much flour. And so I'll add about that and just a tiny bit more. Here's my tiny bit more. And I don't normally measure, but you can if you want to. Of course. Get in there. Maybe a tad more. Oh my goodness, I can't get the shortening out of here with this spatula very good. All right. I'm making you a cup of coffee. You want to be on the video, darling? All right, so we're just going to blend this in with our blending fork real good. I'm going to get out my sifter. We're going to start our meat cooking. But I always put the biscuits in first because it takes them 20 minutes. And so by the time they're ready, then all the rest of it gets done in time. So they're the first things I do, always. And you're going to blend your shortening until it's about pea size. Not tiny, tiny, but pea size. And nothing blends better than a blending fork. And I know a lot of y'all have them now and you're enjoying them. I sure enjoy mine. Let me grab my sifter before I get too floury all over. Okay. We're going to add buttermilk. You add buttermilk until it's just sticky. And you don't have any more flour in the thing. I mean, you can go by a recipe, but it's really better to add your buttermilk a little at a time because all buttermilk's different. And if you're buying low-fat buttermilk, which is fine, if you can't get the whole buttermilk, then it won't take as much of it because it's thinner. So we still got a good bit of flour on this side. So I think that's about right.
This one, get it where it'll all stick together.
Yep. Now we're going to put out some flour. Get our dough out on the counter. The oven's already preheated. You want to make sure and turn your oven on.
That skillet's smoking.
And the skillet is on fire.
Not the skillet, but the...
Yeah, it's the skillet. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So I preheat my skillets too. They're over there preheating.
Somebody asked where we moved to. We moved to St. Mary's, Georgia. Very southeast corner of Georgia.
Down at the coast, and we love it.
Chris Meredith wants a shout out. Said that would make her day.
Well, let me give her a shout out.
So we just...
Hey, Chris Meredith.
We just
Good morning.
made your day.
Good morning.
It's afternoon for everybody on the East Coast.
Yeah, Chris went, it's not morning. Why'd you name it morning? I said, well, it's morning for everybody that's not on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Melissa? Okay. Grab a biscuit cutter.
We've had a ton of people making biscuits on Collar Valley Cooks group, which is on a Facebook group, of people that like to make Tammy's recipes. And lately it's been biscuits, biscuits, biscuits all the time. And they're doing a good job with them.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kind of people making them. There's people 60, 70 years old that's never made biscuits, making biscuits on there. That's the only bad thing about YouTube is people can't send in pictures if they make your food.
They can send me emails.
Yeah, they can send an email if you make something.
Y'all can send me emails all day long.
Yep.
I'm going to have dough left.
Yep. I told you not to make extra dough. You get another pan.
I could have made them taller and I wouldn't have.
That's true.
I may put them in here and make them all taller. Or at least the skinny ones.
Yeah, redo it.
I'm going to make them taller, y'all, because I want to use all my dough.
Let's make some tall biscuits.
Don't want to waste it.
Big tall biscuits. And some people are still in church. We haven't gone to a church down here yet because we moved down here in the middle of
Quarantine.
of the quarantine. But I think most of the churches down here are open, so we probably going to have to start next week trying to find us a church down here since we haven't got to go anywhere yet.
Collard Valley Church opened today.
Yep.
I just watched that service online. You can watch it on Facebook. And you can go onto their website at collarvalleybaptist.com and watch a service as well. If you want to watch one. All right, that's as good as it's going to get.
Somebody likes to use...
Today, I am not patting them with buttermilk. I'm just putting them in the oven. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. All right.
Somebody asked if you like to make muffins or biscuits more.
I make more biscuits than muffins, although
Sure.
I did make muffins one morning this week because I had bananas, and so I used the bananas and made some banana muffins, and they were really good.
And somebody had put on here that they had tried to make gravy with the flour, but it tasted like flour. And then we had, I believe Lisa Hatcher, somebody came on and told her she needed to cook
If
it
you
longer,
cook
which
it
is true.
longer and you let it get brown, it will not taste
Yeah, that's
Like-
exactly what she told her.
like raw flour. Now, flour tastes good if it's toasted, just like the bottom of a biscuit tastes good. So just make sure you do that.
Yes, Beverly Banks, the biscuit cutters are on the website. We try to put everything on there because people always ask.
Everything's on our website. Skillets, utensils, cookware, even the pantry items that are my favorites are on there. Everything. Hardly anything that you won't find on there.
Well, you're going to do sausage and bacon.
Yeah. Did I not turn on this eye?
Don't look like it.
Well, don't on it.
Somebody says they bought a 24 muffin tin and it's so big it won't fit in their,
Yeah, some of
it won't
those
fit in their oven.
Yeah, some of those you gotta be careful. The ones that have handles on the sides always take up more room. So you gotta be careful when you buy those. You take it out.
Yeah. Yes, we got it going.
All right, now we're gonna start the grits.
Gonna do grits this morning?
Yep. Amy wants grits.
Huh.
But I'll have some grease if you want me to do a little gravy, whatever you want.
You know me, I always like gravy.
Yep. So for the grits, all I do is put them in my batter bowl. We lost our batter bowl when
We got a new
moved,
batter bowl.
and we got a new one. Now this time I got Anchor Hawking instead of Pampered Chef,
Nice.
and I really like it already. I'm gonna do a cup, and right now I'm just gonna use water. And all I do is cover them good with a little extra. And I put them in the microwave.
Gina Badeau gave $2.
Thank you, Gina.
I think she gave. I know.
All right, let's see. She the one that gave last night?
Yeah, I think she must be from
All right,
Louisiana, the
cook.
way her name is spelled.
We're gonna go 3 minutes with these. Hit the start button. These are 5-minute quick grits. If you're wondering, I'm gonna use this pressure cooker today and do a roast. I might do that while y'all are on here. Because we'll have a little time in between.
Yeah.
The roast that I made last night, of course we couldn't eat it all. So I'm taking the leftover and I am putting it in my pressure cooker this morning for us to eat sandwiches out of, if you're wondering.
And some of it was a little tough and some of it wasn't. It just kind of depended on what some of y'all we were talking about whether or not it would be tough. The part I had it was pretty good. You know, if you get a sirloin steak, they're not the most tender. Some of them are more tender than others. Wasn't any worse than a sirloin steak, would you say?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, too. That's already pretty good. All right. So, while we're doing that, I'm going to put this up. Oh, I need to leave it aside for one more gravy. And we're going to scrape everything into here.
Do you ever bake your bacon? No, we never bake our bacon.
No, that's something I don't fool with.
A lot of people do.
I don't mind letting it sit in the skillet, and I like the way it tastes better in the skillet than in the microwave or baking it. It does make a difference, a little bit of a difference. Enough of a difference that I like the way it just tastes out of the skillet better.
Susan Hatcher asked how we could have lost the batter bowl. We have no idea.
We have no idea.
We looked and looked.
And we've unpacked everything.
If we ever find it one day, we're going to be.
It's the craziest thing.
And I lost a ladder, a whole ladder.
I lost a ladder. I lost a batter bowl.
It's
I
weird.
also lost a foot emoji. It's like a mechanical thing, and like some of my bathroom items. I don't know if I have no idea. But nothing made, like, nothing we can't replace or, live without or whatever.
Third cookbook Tina Smith asked about.
My niece texted me yesterday and said she was finalizing it. Her and her sweetheart have been doing a lot of
Reading?
no
Editing?
editing, and not just editing but design work on it. So I'm excited about
wow.
seeing it. I'm gonna put this on low, and we're going to start the roast while we have a minute.
Did your grits go off?
Yes, but I'll get back to them in a sec.
Okay.
All right, so in the Instant Pot, I'm going to put this leftover roast right quick that we didn't eat, which is plenty, to make roast beef sandwiches out of. So, all I'm going to do, because it had a lot of flavor to it anyway, I think what I'll do is add a little bit of, it may be here, Dell seasoning.
Somebody asked if we have tried candied bacon. Candied bacon, it sounds really good. We have not tried it.
All right. So I'm going to pour a little bit of this in here. This has got a good bit of sodium in it. It is
Dale's sauce.
Dale's sauce. It's really strong beef flavor. I keep flipping this. I don't want my bacon to get too brown on one side.
We did have movers when we moved, but I don't think they did. I mean, I don't know why they would want a batter bowl.
One was actually our neighbor.
Yeah, it was our neighbor. They did a really good job. We don't know.
He
The
works
mystery-
for 2 men in a truck. We got 2 men in a truck.
The mystery may be solved one day.
Actually, we had 3 men in a truck because we had a piano.
Yeah.
And we filled up a whole big truck without hardly any furniture in it. It was just stuff.
They did a good
And
job.
got it in this little bitty house. All right, so here's our roast beef. We're going to put a little water down in the bottom of it. And I think I'm going to put a little garlic in it.
Somebody asked if we're
Oh, I
going
got some
to
garlic in my garlic thing.
bundle the 3 cookbooks. I'm sure we will. We got to figure out how to package that.
Yeah, I was wanting my sister to mail the 3rd one because me and Chris stay so busy mailing the first 2. So, I mean, we got to figure all that out.
What will happen to our sausage?
It's in this skillet and it don't have a lot of fat. This sausage don't have a lot of fat in it. Put it over here in the bacon grease.
Good idea.
You know, some sausage has got a lot of fat in it, but a lot of sausage don't have as much fat as it used to. I don't know why they're doing it that way.
This is not our normal sausage. This is,
It's a different kind.
yeah, it's
What was I about to do? Put some
Parmesan garlic.
Now, if you get your garlic, you can press it like that on the counter and get the skin off of it easier. And it's better if you bust it before putting it in a roast or something like what we're doing today, and not put it in there without cracking it a little. Lord, it's so much easier just to get out the paring knife and deal with it. The fresher the garlic, the more that the peeling don't want to come off. And just do one more. Normally, when I do the rump roast in the oven, I actually cut a few slits in the roast and put garlic down in it.
Yes, where we moved to is near the ocean. It's the St. Mary's River. It's near Cumberland Island. And yeah, we are still happy we moved down here. Somebody asked if we were still happy.
Yes. All right. Let's get this started. I need to take my bacon off right quick.
Yeah, we need to.
Whoops.
Yeah, now we got the sausage cooking, right?
Looks good. This eye's on number 2. And it's still just as hot as it can be. This electric just blows my mind.
Well, remember there's 2 kinds of,
Yeah.
one's hotter than the other. She's
Okay,
having-
I'm going to put water in here up to the top of the roast. And just a little bit over. And then we're going to get started in here. So I'm putting it in my Instant Pot. What I'm going to do is cook it till it's falling apart done. I'm going to close the steam button and I'm going to put it on meat stew, and I'm actually going to leave it on the normal because there's a low, a normal, and a more. You can adjust it by using this button once you put it in there. And that's the pressure. So I'll just leave it on that. You don't have to do anything but do that, and then it starts. Once it comes to pressure, then the countdown starts. Simple and easy. Let's get in here and put a little bit extra milk in these. Chris is walking backwards. Now that they've cooked 3 minutes, we're going to stir them up.
And I know we're getting a lot of questions. We've got a lot of stuff going on. She's got a lot of cooking going on, and I see all the questions. I'm sorry I missed some of them.
Do you know what some of them were?
No. They were all kind of. Let's see. Somebody asked if we shop in Yulee. We have been to Yulee. We really like going down there. There's an Aldi and everything. Somebody asked if we had a lot of no-see-ums. You know, those little insects that fly around. It hasn't been too bad yet. There's been times when it's been, actually in the winter it was worse than it has been so far.
I'm just smashing these up to the side of the bowl to get the lumps out, because they got a little lumpy sitting in there because I didn't get to them quick. But you can get them out. All I gotta do is smash them against the side of the bowl. And then they get all creamy in the end. So I added a little bit of milk. I'll add just a little bit more. We're going to go put it on 2 minutes. And that's going to be it for these, except for what I seasoned them with. It's easy to make grits.
Somebody asked, is it 5 minutes or 3 minutes? I thought you said 3 minutes, didn't you?
I put it in the microwave for 3 minutes the first time.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll put it in here for 2 more minutes.
Okay, so it's a total of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then if they're not ready,
Oh, they're going to be ready.
yeah.
All right, let's put up our milk. And we'll put this over here to make gravy. Chris wants gravy. And we flip these over and we'll get these out. We'll make some gravy. Let me put up my Dell sauce. Now, I clean as I go, and even if we're live, I still do it because it just makes life simpler when I'm finished eating whatever it is that I cook, and then I don't have to worry about having a big mess. Gosh, that garlic was mostly...
It exploded, didn't it?
Well, it was mostly skin.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take these out and make a little gravy. And I'm going to pour up my bacon grease. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to pour some of it. I'm going to pour about all of it in here. But there's still meat drippings and stuff on the bottom of the skillet, and that's about all the flavor I want in my gravy, because that's just how I'm used to eating it. And of course, if you want to eat all that bacon grease, go right ahead. I prefer shortening. I mean, grease is grease. Neither one is really any better for you than the other, because they both harden when they get to room temperature. But the flavor, I don't like for it to be overwhelming with just the meat grease.
And that's what we do with our bacon grease. We pour it up, and then if we need to dispose of any stuff, that's how we dispose of it. We wait till it hardens.
But really, that's enough. All right. So this is getting warm. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and pepper while I'm waiting for it to get warm. Salt, pepper, always sizzles, flour. All there is to it.
St. Mary's, Cumberland Island is next to St. Mary's, and that is part of the Golden Isles, I believe.
We're going to use our gravy whisk and blend this together a little. And you're going to want it to brown. So if you made some gravy the other day, somebody said they did, and it tasted like flour, you went ahead real quick and put your liquid in without browning the flour first.
Got some flour.
Yeah. If you use a whisk, and I love the gravy whisk. I never had one till a viewer sent me one. Then you never have lumpy gravy. And if you use a sifter, then it's less likely to be as lumpy as well. So I use both of those things when I make gravy every single time. I sure do. Now,
We should be getting kind of close on the biscuits,
okay,
but we've probably still got time.
they're ready.
Yeah, perfect. How
You
about
can
that?
smell them, can't you?
How about that?
You can smell them. We'll flip them out on something. And this gravy is ready.
Yep, two things ready at once. And the grits are ready.
And the grits are ready.
That's the way it goes. Uh-oh. Almost lost one.
Okay.
Tall, pretty biscuits.
All right, let's get this gravy going.
We said they were going to be tall.
Now you can smell that once it starts getting brown. And that's what gives it a good flavor. Okay?
It's kind of got bacon and sausage in it. Somebody asked
A little bit of both.
if it's bacon.
But it's mostly the drippings and not a lot of grease. That's the way I like it. To each his own, right?
Oh yeah, there's tons of different ways to make gravy.
All right, while that's heating up, I'm going to go grab the grits. You can just stay right there.
Okay. I'll let them look at the biscuits again, how tall they are. They look real tall when you get down here. Look at that.
Actually, I may have to cook these a minute or two more. They're still a little bit runny for my care. We're going to put them on 2 more minutes. I'm going to get that big gravy out.
Yep.
A lot of y'all probably wonder why I've got that so far away. But the only thing I use the microwave for is popcorn, grits, and puddings, mostly. And that's it. So I don't have to use my microwave a whole lot. So it's fine that it's in the other room. Plus, I need the exercise, for heaven's sakes. Still not thick enough. We are timing everything just right. Lid on this. Now, all we gotta do is crack up some eggs.
And if you watch that gravy, you can tell when it starts thickening.
Yeah, you can see it starting
See
to
it?
thicken.
There it goes.
Once it starts, it does a pretty good
Yeah.
job of continuing.
Then it goes pretty quick.
Yep.
There. Depending on how thick you like it or how runny you like it.
Looking good. I always slide that off the eye and it drives the viewers crazy. I'll be so glad when I get my new stove and maybe it won't be as easy to do. It just moves so much easier on this flat top. That's perfect. Let's pour it up, y'all.
There it goes. All that bubbling. Yes.
Goodness, goodness. Delicious goodness. But I can't put this, because it's hot, in my sink over there.
Running out of space. Clean it up later.
So all I got left to do is the eggs. So I'll get out yet another skillet.
We make our grits sweet. Somebody asked about that. Grits is like gravy. There's all kind of different ways to do them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get them. Then we'll do the eggs. I'm done.
So you make them the way you like them. Some people like them with cheese. Some people like them with just salt and pepper and butter, and some people like sugar.
All right, this is how I do mine. I put in salt, pepper,
And some people don't use milk in them. Some people just use water.
butter. This is Linda Lake's butter. I always buy salted butter. Every recipe I give you, if it uses butter, it's salted. I don't buy any other kind of butter besides salted. So I'm gonna put that down in there. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little butter in this skillet for the eggs. And I add a little bit of sugar to them as well. I'm just all over the place. All right, those are ready. The eggs in here. Now I can fry an egg. I hardly ever do them here because when I'm feeding a lot of people, I typically don't fry eggs, I scramble them. And all I do is open them into the thing. Scramble them up, that's it for me. All I do. Turn this off. How many is there?
I think that was 6.
One more. That's
6.
6. No, it's 6.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, there you go. About that.
A dozen. Started with a dozen. Okay, and I always add my salt and pepper while I'm making my eggs. Now, when Mama made eggs, she took the little white things off of them before she scrambled them. I don't fool with all that. We're gonna eat them. And I scramble them real lightly on the top because this is a non-stick. So I use a fork and I scramble real lightly. Don't scrape the bottom while they're still in the pan. I don't like my eggs beat all to pieces. So I do that. And then I use some, something that's non-stick to move them around in the pan. I always use non-stick pans usually when I do eggs. I didn't have a whole lot of butter in those, so they're pretty dry looking. But Amy's friend likes them like that. She likes for you to get them brown. I'm like, the part that looks shiny is not raw egg, it's butter. When I make eggs, because I use butter. I think they always use just like cooking spray. So she's not used to them looking a little bit shiny. I'm going to pour these up so that she can make her an egg the way she wants it in a minute. All right, that's breakfast. Everything's done. So we have biscuits, eggs, grits, butter hadn't quite melted on all of it yet. We have gravy.
Got everything.
And meat. Golden Eagle. I want some Golden Eagle with my biscuit today. So I hope you've enjoyed watching us make breakfast. Y'all know it tastes good. Thanks for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. Bye, y'all. Love ya. Happy Sunday.